Gundam.tk presents Reborns Gundam. Hey everyone, welcome back to my review of the Reborns Gundam, and don't forget to check out part 1 in the preview to see all of the parts. When you're putting the Gundam together, you're following the directions which makes the Gundam, not the cannon. So when you do that, you're going to get this and just put the legs on the ball joints, but one thing to note is that these are very stiff, which works out because then you're able to keep the different poses. For the arms, just make sure that you've got the shoulder part clicked in, and you should hear a little bit of a click sound, and then it's simply a matter of putting the shoulder on. One thing you'll notice with the forearms is that because you're able to switch them around, you can only put the cannon hands in one way, and you can only put the Gundam hands in the other. Just make sure that you line up all of the notches here so that when you're transforming it, everything goes smoothly. But then just put the hands in like so. The waist and the upper body could not be simpler, but they still give you a fair bit of posability. So then the cannon head is just going to fit on this ball joint here, and make sure at first that you just push this down, which will bring up the front. According to the manual, when you put these on, you're supposed to bend the top part off to the side a little bit, and then you'll just pop that onto the joint, and you'll see it like this, and then you can bring the beam sabers up and forward. My only real complaint of putting this together is that if you want to put the shield on, you'll see that the hole is in the back of the arm. So to bring that even to the side to make it visible, you have to twist the forearm around, and then of course you can just fix the fist, but you're going to have one arm forward like this and the other one sort of off to the side, and even then you're not really seeing the shield in all of its glory. Finally, to put in the beam rifle, you're just going to put this inside. Make sure that the red part is spun around to the back, and then the same type of hole that's on the shield. And once you lock the red piece into place, you're going to have no problems at all, despite the size of the rifle, with weight or any issues with it falling out of the hands. Finally, once you put the head on, you're going to have what is clearly one of the coolest mecha designs ever to show up in a Gundam series, the Reborns Gundam. Here's the spin around. You can see on the back that there is a lot of kibble, but overall, because the cannon turns into the thrusters, I don't think it really takes away from it in any way. Although I should do a better job hiding the head there. The Reborns Gundam is an absolute huge monster, standing at over 23 meters. So here's the size comparison with the 18-meter high-grade Exia. Here it is next to Amuro's somewhat fictional High New Gundam. And it doesn't seem to be that much taller, but according to the specs it should be a fair bit taller. And finally, for fans of old school, here is Amuro versus Char. One more time. In terms of posability, I think that this Gundam does a fantastic job overall. The front waist skirts are separate. You're able to bring the legs forward, back, and you can pull off a 180, which is the kind of thing usually only reserved for master grades, but here it is on a high grade. So full props there. You've already seen the parts, how good the knee mechanism is. The arm mobility has no problem spinning around, and the shoulders, wrists, and upper arm, everything can spin around, which gives it a ton of posing possibilities that you can use. And the GN drives on the back of the shoulder is probably my only complaint, because the GN drives are such a cool feature, but they really don't show up all that much, because most of the poses you're going to have it in the back, whether it's the cannon or the Gundam. Now, because of the high heel factor, I wondered what effect this would have on posing, but actually you're still able to do a fair bit, and I give full credit to the 00 Gundam, the high-grade 00's feet, which are really a huge advancement, and I hope they put them in all high grades in the future. And actually, the thrusters on the back don't throw off the weight as much as I thought they would. So overall, very good posability with the feet, even though you only have a very small amount of surface area. And though I complained earlier about the shield sort of sitting off to the back, when you do this kind of thing where it's blocking in front of its chest, it does show off the fact that you can pull these out and the white on the front, though it would look a lot better if they had given you a gray base to build it on. But the beam saber, what do you think? Should I have gone with the purple? Doesn't look bad, but maybe the orange would have made it show up a little bit better. This is a scene that I've been wanting to recreate for a long time. The Reborns Gundam versus the Trans Am Riser. And if you really want to increase your posing possibilities, there's a gray plate down here that you can detach. And if you buy yourself an action stand, you'll basically just attach the two, and you can send the Reborns Gundam aerial. And of course, there are a ton of cool different photos in the instruction manual and around the box that you can copy if you actually have no posing imagination. And here's something that you can scold me for in the comments, but half these original pictures, I forgot to open up the thruster here, and when you do that, by opening that up, all of a sudden you're able to hide the head of the cannon. Really all I can say is, and I know it sounds like I've been saying this a lot lately, but Bandai's high grades have just been getting better and better. From the high grade O Gundam, which I think is just tops, and here, the high grade Universal Century High New Gundam, I really don't know where Bandai is going to take the high grade line, because they're becoming master grades in all but name only. So if you're going to buy this Reborns Gundam, I think you won't regret it for a second. Fantastic posability, it looks great, the color scheme works, and don't forget that you have the Reborns cannon on the back, which you can check out in the next part of my review. And now it's time for a little bit of future grade speculation, because I was very surprised that Bandai didn't make a 1/100th non-grade of the O Gundam and of the Reborns Gundam, which can only lead me to believe that they're going to go straight to master grade. And I think part of the reason is that kids don't really care that this was voiced by Amuro. And it only showed up in the anime for, 3 seconds in episode 24 and then for the final battle in the episode 25. But I think that it's going to be fans, adult fans of the original series airing 30 years ago, that are going to want to get this to put it beside their Amuro Ray RX-78-2. And what they did with this high grade is just amazing, and I think all they have to do is blow up the high grade and they can make a master grade, and then just add some detail like some yellow in the faces, some more black around these parts here, and I think that they won't be missing out on anything at all. So I hope we get a master grade, but it's pure speculation, so in the meantime, I cannot recommend this high grade any more than is possible. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that you've enjoyed this series finale of Double O Gundam as much as I did. And I think that these two fantastic mecha designs and their high-grade counterparts just really increases the enjoyment of the overall experience of watching Double O Gundam, and I think it's the perfect setup as we lead into the movie. So don't forget to check out the transformation of this into the Reborns canon, which is much better than I expected. And thanks for watching, as usual, www.gundam.tk. Ah, crap.